it yourself, you just pay with your ATM, and that's it. It's happened in South Africa. I'm very sure, I'm sure in Buhari's time, it's going to happen, because there are some young guys that he's bringing into his system that hopefully will implement sort of things. So you must be thinking quickly about how you can make money from your room, right, on the internet, and just stop liking pictures on Instagram and Facebook. Okay, so I came up with the KISS rule, and it says keep it short and simple. If you're going to put it up on the internet, make it something they can always remember, right? Don't come up with a brand that they can always remember. I'm not here to talk about branding and all of that, but if you must put your brand out there, it must be something they will always remember. Like I said on my letter now, it's a very fantastic brand. It sounds very local and everything, but trust me, it's nice. Okay, I think I'm at the end of my talk. But before I end, I just want to quickly give an illustration that I learned recently. And the illustration goes like this. There was a man somewhere, rather, let me put it this way. 2 people were sent to India to make a money. And it just lets me know that before you release your products out there, remember one thing, that your product must be a solution to a problem. If your product or service is not yet a solution to a problem, then you're just playing around. Thank you very much.
Okay, can we put our hands together one more time for Mr. Now, elaborating on one of the things he said have a picture of where you're going. This is what I always tell people. If you want to be a fashion designer and pictures on your phone or cars, you're after the wrong thing. You have pictures of works of fashion designers, pictures of people in nice clothes, something that can stimulate your imagination. If you want to, I don't know, have the biggest hotel brands in Nigeria, you should walk into one that's big and see how it looks. Walk in, see what it looks like, what they do there, because until you see it, you cannot reproduce it. So let the things that you see stimulate your brain, let them move, let them work for you. The next thing is make your business sellable. Now, there is nothing wrong with doing one-to-one, it is fine, but just make sure that the rest of the world can buy your homemade products. Don't become a local champion. That's not what the business conference wants you to do. We want you to grow and expand and become the best that you can be in the world. Please put your hands together for all 3 speakers one more time. Alright, we're going to take a break soon, but before that, I have a question. And I remember announcing that you should write them down, so we're going to take this very, very quickly. I'm going to need some help. Okay. So the questions are for all 3 of our speakers from what they have discussed today. And okay. So the first question goes to Mr. Ubenyogi. And this person says, as a person with entrepreneurial sense, how can one merge business with politics?
I will start by saying, mark my words, I'm going into politics. But I will say that I have made up my mind. I don't know about you. I have made up my mind to do business and do it excellently well first. I want to make a name in business, create systems around the businesses I do before going into politics. The reason is I don't want people to say that I became wealthy like they do now after I got into politics. I want to create a track record for myself. So it's very possible for you to merge it, but please, I would say, if you're going into politics, so that's not why we're here. If you're going into politics because you have a passion to serve. Don't go into politics because you want to make more money, right? There are 2 separate parts. I feel that our generation should go into politics because you want to go and fix the problems that our parents have created. Yeah.
Okay,
so it's very possible. Yes, so it's very possible. I don't think any of the speakers have anything.
Okay, nobody else. So Mr. Olumide says, make your money from your business and go serve in politics. Second question, Also for Mr. Ludwig, I'm sorry. Okay, how do we write business proposals to organizations or firms? I think that's a long one.
This is a bit tough because I really think that I learned most of the things that I do on the internet. There are dummy copies all over the internet. There's anything you're looking for on the internet. So I would start by saying, go to google.com, type how to write a proposal, .ppt. You will see dummy proposals on the internet. Download them and start from there. Right? Then call me back. I'll tell you what next to do.
Alright. Okay.
Another thing you could do, really, that's for those people that don't have access to the internet, look for your friends. There are people around you who have some of these skills. There's something on the internet called B2B. I don't know if everybody has ever heard of that, business to business. Offer a service that can be exchanged. So if your friend, for example, knows how to write business proposals, and you know how to do something else, sign a deal with him and tell him, you know what, you write business proposals for me, and I did that once, like 3 years ago, and it worked excellently well for me. There was a guy who just brought in one new ICT product, and I thought I knew how to write proposals. So we signed a deal with my company and his company that you guys offer us this service, and we make 3 proposals for you. And it worked out well, but after 6 months I cancelled it because they were demanding too much for what we had bargained for. So take advantage of other businesses or other people around you, and I think that helps a lot.
Very quickly, I want to add to what he has just said. In writing proposals, a lot of people do generic proposals, and that is not ideal. I've been in a position to review a lot of proposals that have been submitted, and let me tell you something that's true. 90% of those proposals, by the time you read the first page, you throw them into the dustbin. Why? When you're writing a proposal to an organization, the first thing you have to find out what is the mission and vision of that organization you're writing a proposal to. Take for example now, let's say I'm an organization where I have certain standards that I believe in, and I'm playing, like most of the banks, they try to play neutral in the political arena. Now you want to organize a campaign, fundraising campaign for a candidate of a party, and you're doing a proposal to the bank. They are going to ignore you, they are not going to. And even if they are going to respond to whatever proposal, they will rather deal with the candidates at the back, in the background. Because what you're sending does not align with what you stand for. You don't want to be seen as a political opponent. Same thing if you are applying for a job. A lot of CVs are, it's only in Nigeria that I know that people send CV without cover notes. You're applying for a job, you don't know why you're applying for it. When they say a position of retail sales manager is available in a company, and you're applying for that job, and you don't even know what they do. You go, oh yes, maybe let's say they sell paint. Now, why do you think you're the best person for the job? Your CV might not explain, yes, you're a graduate of chemical engineering, you are this, you are that, you are that, but your CV, apart from that, that's your personal information. What is it about you that makes you think that you're suited for that role that you've advertised for? The same thing with proposal. You're trying to convince my brother here to part with his hard-earned money. 2 things, your vision must align. It must buy into what you're doing. And there has to be a meeting ground. So it's important. Yes, if you go online, you're going to see how to write business proposals. Yes, fine. But before you start writing any business proposal, first of all, know what you want to do, and then direct your proposal to organizations that have something to benefit from you. If I'm a music star and I want to launch my first business, I'm writing to a band. I want to launch my first album and I'm writing to a band. It might not make sense. But if I'm writing to let me say, a music equipment company.
Listening are really cool. I'm sure if you tweet them, send them an email, and they have a sense of what you want to do, they will give you direction, you know. But you see, you have to stay away from looking for the quick fix. You have to stay away from looking for the quick fix. You know, I think these guys they are old school. These are old school. And we have to try not to run away from that old school of building raw capacity in what you are doing. Do you understand? So, I'm not going to recommend books. I'm sorry. If you are serious, and this is where I say if you are serious, you give people the opportunity now. After the first time, you don't see them again. And they say, no. If you are serious, send me a DM, right? And we'll see how we can take it from there.
Okay. So after this, I'm sure that they will project the Twitter handles of all our speakers. You can ask them, but please don't take their lives. Ask them, or send them an SMS, or send them an email, and then you can ask them what you mean. But please be serious. Don't struggle. All right, this question goes to Mr. Monshaw, and this person says, in a place like Nigeria where talent is not appreciated, how can a talented man be known for his talent or resource?
Who said that talents are not appreciated? Talent, like Mr. Kusa told us, is your raw gift from God. And just like food oil doesn't attract premium price until you refine it. Until you begin to refine your talent, nobody will pay anything for your talent. All of us know Mike Tyson. He was a street fighter. He had a raw talent to fight. He can take on 4 guys and beat them. Then he kept on going from prison cell to prison cell until the kings recognized him and took him out of the street and helped him to develop that talent. He put him in the ring. In less than 5 years, he became the world champion. So, if you know you are talented and you want your talent to be recognized, you should find a way to refine that talent first. Nobody pays anything significant for raw talent. Develop your talent, create system around it as we have been told, and then you will force people to recognize it. Thank you.
Okay, the next question is also for you, sir. And this person says that how do you cope with the challenge of having someone who has the same form of your business and within the same location? Is product differentiation alone enough to solve it?
Before you say somebody is your competitor, that person is talking about how do you go about it. Before you say somebody is your competitor, there are 5 conditions to hold. Number 1, you must be in the same business line. Number 2, you must be operating the same business environment. Number 3, you must be operating at the same business level. So if you are just starting in poultry business, and as a just we are not competitors. Do you know what I'm saying? We are the same business line, we are operating the same business environment. But this is a man that will not sell eggs to you until you are about 800 plates. Maybe I'm still laying hands on my head, on my chicken to lay. I'm still asking for them to lay. So I ask your person, your farm is my competitor. Do you know what I'm saying? So because you label somebody as a competitor, you need to run. And then you must be looking at the same customer that you are looking at. So before somebody's presence sends you back into your room, in the name of competitor, run it first for those in the city. If now that person is truly your competitor, then what is your strength? What is that person's strength? You may not be operating on the same strength. You keep on drawing your own story. He may have more money than you, but he may have more marketing clout than him. He may have more money, he may be everywhere, he may not have anything to come across the other. He may not have system. In the course of the time, your strength will draw people to you. The sky is big, not for best to fly at the first. Don't run away from competitor. Stick it. Thank you.
So, Mr. Musha, the person should then focus on his own strength. Yes?
Focus on your own strength and then strategize about how you are going to remain relevant in the market. That's all.
Okay.
If the person is happy, you can follow for him. If you can't think of that, thank God that has said it.
Alright. Please we can ask another for Mr. Musha. Okay. The next question is for Mr. Alfonso. It says, if you build a system around your money, what do you do when you are faced with an event or operation of high value, having exhausted your money with only savings left?
If you build a system around your money,
what do you do when you are faced with an event or an operation of high value?
Event, what sort of event?
What sort of event?
Is that
business opportunity.
Is there a business opportunity?
I'm going to say it depends on operations.
Okay, if you build a system around your money, let's take a scenario. I say, because I'm a Christian, 10% for tithing, 30% for operations for house and everything. That's 40%, right? 20% for savings. That's 60%. That savings later at some point goes